do not take military action against Syria, it has the potential to raise all sorts of legal questions if we do this. Judge Andrew Napolitano. Actually, there are no legal questions. Well, no legal questions. This is illegal, isn't it?
Yes, it is illegal under international law, and it's illegal under the Constitution. I'll tell you why. Under international law, these are accepted international standards that every civilized country has accepted. You can use military force to attack somebody that's attacked you, or you can use military force to attack someone that's about to attack you. Neither of those apply with respect to Syria. You can use military force to come to the aid of an ally that has been attacked when the ally asks for your assistance. That doesn't apply to Syria. Like
Bush the First across the line with Saddam in Kuwait.
Yes, precisely. And you can use military force to enforce international norms against a government that violated the international norms when authorized to do so by the United Nations. And that hasn't happened here. So under none of the four standard ways to use military force under international law would this aerial assault or troops on the ground, whatever it becomes if it happens, apply. Domestic law is a little different. We all know that under the War Powers Act, which was enacted in 1973 over President Nixon's veto, the president can start any war he wants, against anybody he wants for 90 days, and there's nothing the Congress can do about it. Nevertheless, knowing he has this authority, President Obama has asked for specific authorization to do this in order to give him, I would suggest, some political cover. Is the War Powers Act constitutional? Can Congress give its war-making power away to the president? Answer, no.
Nope, can't do it.
Can Congress tell the president how to wage war? Answer, no. Meaning, if the president is unleashed to do whatever he wants in Syria, Congress cannot stop him from putting the 75,000 boots on the ground that Jennifer Griffin just told us General Dempsey said would be necessary.
So if they do this, we've committed a war crime.
Yes. And what are the sanctions? No judge is going to stop this. No one is going to prosecute the president for this. The American public doesn't want this to happen. Our allies in the region don't want this to happen. Who wants this to happen besides John Kerry and the president?
Tom, so flying around, back to cost real quick. Flying around costs $25 to $40 million a week.
Right.
Tomahawk missiles cost $1.5 million per.
Estimate 160 would have to go in.
They estimate
200 million right there.
That's 200 million. On day one of the Gulf War, I don't know, we knocked off 288 of them.
Wow.
So $500 million on day one of that war. It wasn't long ago when they said, we're running out of money, remember?
Right.
And today they said, we'll figure out a way to pay for it.
We'll figure out.
The Saudis, thankfully, have agreed to pay for it as they're sort of treating us as their mercenaries, I suppose.
Look, the problem is that sometimes the president can get lawless, any president, when he has military equipment at his disposal. No one seems to care about the law here. They just seem to care about politics. Congress lets the president start a war. The president doesn't care what international law says. He wants to be vindicated politically for an ill-advised statement he made during the campaign a year ago. If they cross that red line, we'll have to do something about it.
You know, over the last few days, it looks as if they don't have the votes. And interestingly, the word from the Hill is that John Boehner, who says he's for it, he's not out trying to get votes. Often they wheel and deal in Washington to get members to do what leaders want them to do. They give you, trade you this, trade you that. That's not happening.
Fox News learned early this morning from a member of the Republican leadership that what you say is correct, that they are not, quote, whipping, meaning they're not pushing their membership in this way, even though the Speaker himself is in favor of it.
Wonderful.
The last unofficial count in the House of Representatives, I know we're 4 or 5 days shy of the vote, it loses by 20 votes.
Judge, thank you.
Pleasure.